When a dolphin stops playing, it isn't resting. Half its brain is already asleep while the other half watches you. Dolphins cannot lose consciousness the way land mammals do. They would drown. Instead, they evolved unihemispheric slow-wave sleep, first documented in 1964 when scientists noticed slow-wave electrical patterns appearing in one cerebral hemisphere while the other continued in a fully wakeful state. When a dolphin stops playing and begins moving in slow, steady circles, one eye closed, one eye open. It is not bored or tired. Half its brain has gone offline for repair and memory consolidation. The other half is still watching everything, including you. The open eye of a resting dolphin has been shown to orient toward other pod members rather than away from them, meaning the sleeping half of the brain has handed the conscious half one specific job: watch the family. Play absence is now a formal clinical diagnosis as strangest, and its absence means the dolphin perceives a threat you cannot see. A 2024 welfare evaluation tool developed by the European Association for Aquatic Mammals formally codified play as a two-level welfare scoring measure. Play present scores 0, play absent scores 2, indicating decreased welfare. Research underlying the tool found that social and object play in dolphins are negatively correlated with different stressors. The more stressed the dolphin, the less it plays. Play most likely occurs when an animal does not experience ultimate threats like predation or hunger. This transforms a dolphin stopping play from an aesthetic moment into a clinical one. By scientific definition, a dolphin that has stopped playing is a dolphin that perceives its situation as threatening enough to suspend the behavior that signals safety. The play was never really play. It was practice for a specialized hunting role only certain dolphins in the world know. In Cedar Key, Florida, researchers discovered a cooperative hunting behavior in which one dolphin, always the same individual, herds fish toward 2 to 5 others, who form a physical wall with their bodies. As fish jump from the water, all dolphins snatch them from the air. The roles never switched. One dolphin always the driver, the others always the barrier, like positions on a football team. This role specialization had previously only been documented in African lionesses. When these dolphins stop playing and begin swimming in specific formation, they are not transitioning from leisure to work. They are switching from one performance to another, and the formation itself is a signal that something beneath the surface is about to be surrounded. A solitary dolphin that stops playing and goes quiet may be talking to itself unkeyed, and science recorded it in 2024. A 2024 study analyzed the acoustic behavior of a solitary bottlenose dolphin living in the Baltic Sea, far outside its normal range, with no other dolphins present. Researchers expected it to produce few communicative sounds with no recipients. Instead, the dolphin was highly vocal, emitting burst pulse and tonal sounds in rhythmic bouts, sounds that did not co-occur with echolocation, meaning they were not produced during feeding. The dolphin was alone. It had no pod to communicate with. It kept making social sounds anyway, speaking into a void it could not stop trying to fill. A dolphin that has gone still and quiet to human observers may not be quiet at all. When a dolphin mother stops playing, she changes the sound of her own name. Every bottlenose dolphin develops a signature whistle, a unique acoustic pattern functioning as a name, stable for at least 12 years. A 2023 PNAS study recorded 19 adult female dolphins over 34 years and found that mothers modify their own signature whistles when in the presence of their dependent calves, raising the maximum frequency in a way that closely resembles human motherese, the speech modifications caregivers use with infants. When a dolphin mother stops the frantic energy of play and slows beside her calf, she is simultaneously changing the fundamental frequency of her own identity signal, making it higher, softer, more calf-appropriate. She isn't just stopping play, she is changing who she sounds like. Dolphins that stop playing together and go silent may be running a funeral. Since 2019, scientists have recorded more than 30 instances of post-mortem calf carrying in cetaceans. Mothers carrying dead calves for hours or days, other pod members following closely, sometimes forming defensive formations when boats approached. When pod members die, remaining dolphins emit the deceased animal's signature whistle at measurably higher rates in the days following death, a behavior with no observable survival benefit. A group of dolphins that has gone quiet and stopped playing, moving slowly in tight formation around one individual, may be performing the closest thing to a collective grieving ritual that exists in any non-human animal. A dolphin stops playing near a storm not because it sees the weather. It heard it from hundreds of kilometers away through its jaw. Dolphins detect low-frequency sounds through a fat-filled channel in their lower jaw, conducting sound directly to the inner ear. Sensitive enough to detect acoustic signatures of distant weather systems. A passive acoustic study of bottlenose dolphins off Maryland found that during and following 4 autumn storms, dolphins were detected less frequently, but spent significantly more time feeding afterwards, suggesting they had repositioned for optimal foraging before any surface weather change was visible. The cessation of play before a storm is a response to an infrasound signature that arrived in the water long before darkening skies or strengthening winds. Human noise during COVID lockdowns revealed that dolphins had been pretending boats didn't exist and had to relearn how to react. A study comparing dolphin responses to anthropogenic noise playbacks in Bermuda in 2018 versus during the 2021 COVID anthropause found dramatic behavioral differences. When cruise ship sounds were played in 2021, dolphins responded up to 4-fold more intensely than in 2018, increasing look durations toward the sound source and changing their vocal response behaviors. The researchers concluded that decreased noise levels had caused the dolphins to dishabituate, to stop suppressing their natural threat response to boat sounds because boats had disappeared. When the sounds returned, the dolphins reacted as if hearing them for the first time. Decades of play happening casually beside boat traffic was not comfort. It was learned suppression of a stress response that never went away. Juvenile male dolphins that play more father significantly more offspring. The play was a reproductive competition the whole time. Research on bottlenose dolphins in Shark Bay, Western Australia found that playful young male dolphins grow up to father more offspring than their less playful peers. Play in juvenile males predicted adult reproductive success. The elaborate, apparently purposeless acrobatics beside tourist boats are not leisure. They are investment. When a young male dolphin finally stops, drifts away, and settles into the quiet surface of the pod, it has simply moved on to the next thing the ocean is asking it to do. The play was never for you. A dolphin that stopped playing near you may have just decided you aren't worth the energy. And science can now prove exactly why. A 2024 study from the Tagus estuary in Portugal tracking common dolphin responses to vessel traffic found that while neutral reaction was most common, negative reactions were 5 times more abundant than positive ones. Dolphins have been shown to require recovery time after any disturbance before returning to a pre-disturbed activity state. When a dolphin stops playing near a boat and drifts away, I'm not fleeing, not alarmed, just quietly disengaging. It has made a calculation. The energy cost of continuing to engage has exceeded whatever the interaction was offering. The play stopped not because the dolphin was finished, it stopped because the dolphin decided you were done.